Alright guys, so let's get started. On the description below this video, you'll see that I have links for the IDEs that I recommend, which are Visual Studio Code and Atom.io. You can use either one of them. I'm actually going to be using Visual Studio Code as we're developing this website. So please, if you want to follow and see exactly what I see, you can download that one. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and get started. First things first. The first thing that we need to do is organize our files. So why is that important? The reason why it's so important to start first with organization, and the first thing that I usually do when I build a website is start with organization, is because it helps me know where files will go to. There's a difference between putting a file on the root folder or where all the HTML is compared to maybe putting it in its own folder. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and create a new folder here, and then we're going to name it, I don't know, let's go ahead and call it Building a Basic Website from Scratch. And very good. And let's go ahead and create that folder. We have now our basic folder where we're going to have our CSS, HTML, and all those things. So inside of that, let's go ahead and create subfolders where we're going to put our files. So we're going to create a folder for CSS. We're going to create a folder for JavaScript or JS. We're going to create also a folder for images. So you can do IMG or images, however you want to name the folder, as long as you remember how it's called. If you plan on having documents inside of this folder structure, then you can create a documents folder as well. Anything that will help you organize files. Outside on this root folder or the building a basic website from scratch folder, this is where we're going to have all of our CSS. If we wanted to, then when we say, or of our HTML, I'm sorry, if we wanted to, then when we have to save our CSS, they'll go in the CSS folder. If we have JavaScript files, then we'll add them in the JavaScript folder. And if we need images, then we'll add them in the image folder. These are the three basic folders that I create on every project. Depending on what project I'm working on, I might have different folders. Again, this is a very basic, just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript project or tutorial. If you're looking for something more advanced, like an MVC kind of project structure, this is definitely not the class for you. But if you want to progress just building a website, learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then stick around and let's go ahead and build our first code. So see you in the next video.